Well, Saeed Shehata from BBC Arabic is with me in the studio. Saeed, he's now en route to Doha. A tricky meeting, no doubt.
It is a challenge for Mr. Rubio to convince the Qatari this will not happen again, because it was an unexpected strike on 9th of September from Israel at Hamas leaders, but the Hamas leaders were not killed, only 6 people killed, one of them Qatari security personnel and 5 of the members of Hamas. But the Qatari got support from the Arab and Muslim leaders yesterday in the Doha summit and condemning Israel and trying to put diplomatic pressure on Israel, especially before the General Assembly meeting to recognize Palestinian state by some countries, especially UK and France. So they try to exert political diplomatic pressure on Doha, not more than that, because it was expecting only condemnation, but not like diplomatic cutting relations or cut trade relation between some Arab and Muslim countries with Israel. Even this was talked about, but no decision was taken in the statement of that. So Mr. Rubio will try to give assurances, especially the American President Donald Trump said twice that Mr. Netanyahu will not be hitting Qatar again because Qatar is a strong ally for the United States. So it's very so the United States try to please Qatar because Qatar is a strong ally. Qatar investing in pledged to invest in the United States $1.2 trillion. In addition to that, Qatar has a big role in mediation and stop the war. And we heard from Mr. Rubio, Hamas should accept the deal. But how come Hamas accepted the deal while they were struck when they were reported discussing the proposal by the United States? But in any case, Hamas will not accept with the condition of Israel. The condition that the withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza and end of hostility in order to release the hostages, which is refused by Israel. So the gap between is still there, and Mr. Rubio will be very hard to imagine that he will be succeeding in order to put pressure on Hamas to accept that. So Hamas will lose nothing by refusing the Israeli offer or the American proposal, because most of their fighters are underground, and in this case they are not damaged. And they say the only way to accept any releasing hostages, establishing a Palestinian state, and they can disarm and hand their weapons in case of a Palestinian state established.
While all this is going on, Gaza City is being bombarded, and we had reports of a lot of explosions overnight. What can you tell us?
It's expected that the Israeli ground operation will start, as he said, in mid-September, and they intensify the work for 2 weeks now on the city. It's reported that 320,000 people fled from the north to the south, so there's evacuation orders. In addition to that, Israeli forces bombarded, many towers and big, high-rise buildings, and people moved there. But some of the people moved to the south, they were killed. So, and some people returned back because there is no enough shelters or food or whatever, and it's a very crowded area in the south. So there is pressure on the people in Gaza to move, but United Nations warned Israel that this military operation will have catastrophic consequences on people, especially there is now more than 65,000 people were killed according to Hamas-run health ministry. And in addition to that, the UN Special Rapporteur on human rights in the occupied Palestinian territory, Francesca Albanese said the number could be 10 times more of this. So it's about 650,000. So the misery of people is going on, and every day with the military operation, more people are killed and injured. So this should be stopped, but there is no indicators a deal will be reached, because Hamas leaders are targeted by Israel. So with whom Israel can negotiate? And the Qatar was struck, and the Qatar was the main mediator. So the mediator and the negotiator were targeted. So with whom Israel were going to negotiate is a big question. So there is no indicator of a deal will be struck soon, and the misery of people will carry on.
And Saeed, we can see now, these are live pictures we're receiving over Gaza this morning. You can see the plumes of smoke as you've just been outlining under a lot of bombardment, Gaza City overnight. Thank you very much, Saeed, for bringing us up to date. Now,